Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing the off the mat Cricut project. So as you can see here, I'm going to be going onto Design Space and I'm going to be uploading an SVG image of rubble. I do want to mention this, that it does have to be an SVG file in order for this to work. Because I struggled with that in the beginning, not knowing that it has to be SVG. It cannot be a PNG file. So anyways, I am resizing him into 36 inches in height, and I'm going to be ungrouping him, and I will be erasing the outline, and then I'll be grabbing the black part, which is like his little silhouette, I guess you could say. And that is what we'll be focusing on. If I can get it. There you go. So that's the outline and you don't need that. So trash that. And then now we'll be trying to grab his silhouette so we can work on that. I'm showing you guys how to do this particular one because I already did Chase. That was my very first one. And it was actually really easy. So I want to show you guys how to do this one. It doesn't have to be Rebel. It could be literally any character. Just make sure it's an SVG file. So now that I have just the silhouette, I'm going to be going to Shapes and selecting Square. And then once I have the square, I'm going to be sizing that to an 8 by 8. You could do 12 by 12. But because my paper is the Recollections cardstock, which is like 8 by 11, I believe, it's not that big and it won't cover the entire mat. So that is why I am sizing it to an 8 by 8. But like I said, if you have like the big cardstock that's 12 by 12, then by all means you can size your squares to 12 by 12. And that will actually give you less cutting time, I guess, because the squares will be a lot bigger. So I'm just duplicating the squares because you will need quite a few of these. So as you can see here, I am just highlighting it and then slicing it. I'm going to be deleting the square and then just keeping the little black part. Basically, I'm going to be doing this through the entire thing, like for the entire dog, I guess you could say. And I'm just going to be puzzling it together. Yeah, I can't think if, I can't even think. I have a brain fart. But, oh, there you go. So, I'm sorry. So, basically what I do is I start from bottom till from the top to the bottom. You could do either or. To me, it's just a lot easier to start from the top and then just puzzle that together and then move on to the next piece of the dog. I will say this dog is a lot easier because he doesn't have that much detail. Chase had a lot of detail, so it was harder for me to put him together once I cut it. Here you'll see me going back because as you can see that little line, I sliced it not wrong, but I don't want that little black piece to be cut only because, there's no problem with it, but my Chase one had a few of those pieces and it was just kind of hard to tape them together. So I'd rather just do this, like redo it and see if it doesn't come out with that little black line. But it's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to keep doing this through the entire dog. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this since I have already showed you guys like basically just like a little piece of what you do, and you're going to basically keep doing that throughout the entire dog until you've basically puzzled him up back. So I'm gonna skip it a little bit just because you guys kind of get the idea. Okay, so now I'm going to be basically ungrouping this, and the only issue with this is that well, you can't really slice most of these parts. Well, actually, no, you can. You have to ungroup it and then slice. Um, but since it's already ungrouped, you can actually just move the pieces down to where you need to. This time around, I was a little bit more smarter, and for smaller pieces, such as like the badge or just anything like very small detailed that is ungrouped, as you can see, his paws are all like they'll all fit on a sheet, so that's why I'm not really too concerned. On like slicing it or anything, but on bigger pieces like his helmet or his hat, whatever it is, his face, I will have to slice that. But like I said, for smaller pieces, I'll ungroup it, set it aside, put it back together, and then group it. Um, because when it's time to cut, it'll just cut the pieces all separately, and it is so hard to get them all together. You guys, it took me a few hours to do chase because of all the pieces that were separate. Um, just a little advice, like this dog doesn't have much detail, like I said, but like as you can see, like his little badge or his little collar, it is smaller, so it's when you ungroup it, it's like three different pieces. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Um, Ungroup it, set it aside, and then group it. Those will fit onto an 8x8. Usually you just have to worry about the bigger pieces, such as his body, his face, and his hat. The rest will fit. Um, let's see, what else can I cover for you guys before, because I don't want to like get into it and show you guys the whole process. I kind of want to like fast forward it. That way you don't get too bored, but you could still see it if you're interested. Um, as you can see, I'm still puzzling up his face together. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. I'm just trying to make sure that it's on his face so it's not like all over the place and I'm able to, figure it out. Because it is a little bit hard. Like I said, it's literally like a puzzle. You're putting all the pieces back together. Reason why I'm doing this is, well, one, I need to slice up his body so that when it's time to cut, everything is, perfect sizing and all. but also I need to make sure that everything is going to fit perfectly on him before I even cut it, because let's say um you know, the colored parts like that complete his little like the complete the SVG file, let's just say that it's not sized correctly and it doesn't fit, then that's gonna be a waste of paper. um so make sure before you even cut or anything and you're done slicing, puzzle it all back together. And then once you see that everything does fit, then you can go ahead and cut. But do you guys see this little part, like the paw? You see how it's like all separated? Well, since it's the same color, I'm just going to group it together. That way when it's time to cut, it'll cut all together. I hope. I haven't gotten to that part yet. I'm going to do a separate video showing you guys. That way we can puzzle him up together. For now, I'm just showing you guys like the design space part, I guess. And then you guys will see the second part of actually like cutting and then puzzling it up together. Um, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and skip it a little bit. But as you can see for the paw, I'm putting it up together and then I'm grouping it, and then I'm going to go ahead and set him down. Um, and then I guess we'll figure out once it's time to cut if I can actually cut it together. But as you can see, like those pieces, you guys, those pieces drove me insane, especially when it's time to glue. Like it's just a struggle. So just a little word of advice, group the smaller details together if possible. If they're different colors, then obviously you can't, because when it's time to cut, um, you don't want it to be like yellow because it's supposed to be gray. Because as you could see, there's another little piece of his tool that's supposed to go there, but I'm not going to put that there because it's not the same color as that. It'll all make sense at the end. But there I am trying to figure out what is what, and then basically just going to slice up his body and put him back together so he's ready to be cut. Okay, so now that we have them all put together, as you can see, um, I just put that one as like that little small SVG file just to see if I did it correctly. Um, so now that he's ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and hit make it. And before I actually get to cutting, I'm gonna go ahead and resize where it says material size. I'm gonna go ahead and resize it and put 8.5 by 11. And when doing this to all the pieces, please, please, please make sure that none of the pieces are overlapped, because I had a few issues when doing the chase one, and I literally don't even know how I missed that part, but there was a few pieces that were overlapped, and so I kind of messed up. So when they cut out wrong, so I had to redo it. So definitely make sure that nothing is overlapped and they all have like space to be cut. If anything, like if not everything fits on one sheet. So far everything's looking good, but as you can see on this one, the piece on the bottom is hanging out. So all I'm going to do is select the little three dots and select move to another mat, and then just create a new mat and then select the color black and then confirm it, and then you can resize it. Um, so that's what I'm doing for all of them, but I'm just double checking for each one to make sure that they're actually like perfectly on the mat, nothing is overlapped, just so, to ensure that when it's time to cut, nothing gets messed up and I'm able to actually cut everything up without any problem. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm basically doing the entire time, just double checking, and then I'm just resizing the pages. Um, but yeah, so I'm basically all done with this part of the video. Um, so now for the next video, you guys are gonna see me cut everything up and then um, piece it together. So I really hope that this video was informative and it helps you guys out with your next project. I've seen quite a few tutorials on YouTube and they actually helped out a lot, clearly, because here I am. But one thing that I will say, and please listen carefully, please make sure that it is an SVG file. That was the only question I had throughout all the videos that I watched, and literally that was one question that was not answered, because I kept adding images to try to ungroup it and figure that out, and it was not working because it kept doing the whole print and cut thing. So I was like, how do they select a photo without printing and cutting whatever? So that is the only thing. Make sure it's an SVG file, not PNG, JPG, none of that. It has to be SVG in order for you to ungroup it and be able to slice it up. Otherwise, if you select any other image, it will keep doing the whole print and cut, and you will not be able to do this project. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and go follow my Instagram. When I get to 100 followers, I will be doing a giveaway. I don't know if I'm going to do, I'm probably going to do local. I don't know yet, but definitely go follow my Instagram. And yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And also, you guys, I'm going to be showing you guys an updated craft room tour probably within the next video after this one, because I did make a few changes that I have not shared with you guys since the last craft room video, which was like a video I had posted like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, so I actually updated it and she looks a lot cuter. She's polished. So definitely stay tuned for that too. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.